if you're using Instagram for your business, but you're not really getting the results you're looking for, you're not reaching out to your audience, or you may be not getting much exposure, this episode is for you. Today, I want to speak about your Instagram bio and share some 5 tips with you on how you can actually improve your bio. And by improving your bio, you're going to reach out to more relevant audience, and through that you're going to increase exposure. And as you can see, it's a type of cycle, because by reaching out to the right audience, you're not only increasing exposure, you're also improving your engagement. So hi everyone, and welcome to Big Brander Podcast. My name is Dana Ohana, and this is the place where you're going to learn more about social media, brand building, and other marketing topics, and everything related to our journey as entrepreneur and how we basically build ourselves as a brand. So as I said, I want to share with you 5 tips to help you improve your bio. But before I do, I just want to mention that, if you look at other social media platforms, some give you more space, for example, to promote your business, to share more about who you are and what you do. So for example, on LinkedIn, it's your entire CV. On Facebook, you have a bigger space for you to share about your about. But for example, in a platform like Instagram, you have your bio and it's very limited. So that's why I want to share tips to help you make the most out of your bio, so you can actually, through that, improve your exposure, because you're going to reach out to the relevant audience by making their life easier. If you're going to put the information on the bio that when they search for a business like yours, then they come to your bio, they see, they get it, understand it, and make it easier for them, right, to make a decision to follow you back. So the first tip is around your username. So your username is a place for you to put either your name, which I see that most people do, or what your business is about. But you actually can make the most out of it. You can maybe link between your name to what you do. So for example, I'll put my name Dana and I'll write, for example, social media expert. If you, for example, having an online shop, I would recommend even to maybe put your website address as your username, right? To actually put it out there. If you work, and that actually links me to the second tip, if you operate in a specific area, I would mention in the username your location, or also if you have like a shop, you can put the location in your bio, because the location is very important, especially if you are a local business. Because what happens is that people from different places, different countries can find your account, and then let's say they love your product or love your service and they want to actually get it, but then they reach out to you and they figure out, wait, I cannot even buy it because you're not delivering it to my location. You're not doing your lectures, they say, in my location. So that's why it's very important. And this will help you actually to narrow it down and really to niche down your audience and make sure you're reaching out to the right people. The third tip is about adding hashtags. So I know there is a limited amount of notes you can use, but still, you can combine those different hashtags in your wordings. And the reason why I recommend to put hashtags, because it makes it easier for them when they search for specific hashtags to find your account. So we use those hashtags in order for us to make it easier for them to find us, and through that, we're increasing exposure to our profile. But it's also very important that when you choose those hashtags, that you choose the one that are relevant to your business, relevant to what you do. As well, you're looking for some hashtags that the amount of searches there are, it's not too big. So it needs to be equivalent to, your amount of followers. So for example, if you have thousands of followers, you won't put hashtags with millions, right, of searches. So that's why make sure you're choosing the right ones. As well, I always recommend to actually find one or more hashtags, but in your bio to use just one of them that are very specific to your brand and something that you kind of want to own. So for example, I'm working with my hashtags on owning the hashtag Big Brander, because that's my strategy. That's the name of my podcast. That's part of my strategy. That's the name of my online school. It's all around that. So what I do, I use that hashtag and I use it to get my audience, right? To have it in top of mind whenever they hear it. So use those hashtags, right, to increase your exposure. The tip number 4 that I want to share with you is add a call to action. So it's not just to write like I do coaching or I do nails or I sell a certain type of product. Actually use a type of call to action, which means that you can invite them to follow you, invite them to check your link, invite them to book a session with you, to check your online shop. Ask them to do something. You need to remember that we are exposed to so much content out there, but if we're not really guiding them and telling them what to do, we tend to sometimes skip it, right? Because we have so many things around us. So we look, and then like, oh, I forgot what I actually need to do. How many times has it happened to you that even on other stuff, like you open your phone, like, oh, I actually opened my phone to look at something, and then out of nowhere, you're scrolling on TikTok or on Instagram or something else. So that's why it's very important that we want to guide them to do something specific. The 5th tip is about adding a link to your bio. So now here's the thing. I know that some don't have a website, but this link is not necessarily just for having a website. This link is also can be a link to a YouTube video that you want to promote or a link to other social media platform. And now Instagram is also allowing you to have another extra link, which is to your Facebook account. So always have something there, because first it's great for them to click on something and to get to a place that they can get more information about you, about your service, about what you do, what you're selling. As well, you want to have a link, right, to grow your other platform, to grow your other things, to maybe get more traffic to your website, or maybe get more subscribers to your different channels, more followers, more likes. So use it. Again, and if you have lots of links, like I, for example, you can either use Canva or TreeLink, like there's like different platforms that you can actually have a nice design and have on that design a few different links. So when they get there, they can click on that. So if I'll just sum it up quickly, your bio is a free platform for you like to use to promote your business. So make sure you're making the most out of it. Because by making the most out of it, you not only improve your exposure, and you also through that can actually niche down and reach out to the right audience that you're looking for. And through that, you're going to actually improve your engagement. Because if people are interested in what you do, there's a higher chance that they will engage with you one way or another. So just make sure that your username is including what you actually do. Use it to describe what you do. You can either add your name to it together with the description of what you do. You can put your website link, for example, just to put that address. Also make sure that if you're a local business, make sure you're mentioning it, okay? You don't want to get people to come to your account and be very disappointed where you're not providing your service or product in their area, because that can actually damage your brand. Then add like 2 to 3 hashtags, combine them in your message, make sure you're choosing the right hashtags, take one of those hashtags and own it. And then of course, add a call to action just invite them to do something, to act, to do a specific thing you want them to do. And of course, even if you don't have a website, make sure you're adding a link to help you increase exposure, enjoy the funnel followers through this, and another place for them to reach out to you and learn more about you. So if you want feedback about your bio, you're more than welcome to reach out to me either here or the other social media platform like Dana Ohana on LinkedIn, Big Consulting on Instagram. Just reach out, and don't forget maybe to also follow me there, because I share lots and lots of tips there as well on all my platforms. So you reach out, I'll take a look at your bio and I give you feedback for free. So hope you enjoyed this episode, and let me know what are your takeaways, what are you going to take from this episode, and what are you going to change now. And good luck with this.